But I'm clicking. Hello, everyone. Welcome, one and all. Come on, come on. Welcome to this first episode of the Women's Changing Room with Vanessa and
Jeanette. Hi guys. Welcome. Come on in.
yeah, we are excited to start this new journey, and we hope that you would support us.
Most definitely, guys. We thought we start something new and it's for the ladies. So yeah, come and join us, guys. Support us. And we would love to support you too.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay, so we should introduce ourselves, Jeanette. Do you want to go first or should I?
Sure, no problem. I'll go first. I am Jeanette and I am based in the UK, London, West London. Yeah. Don't know what else to say.
Oh, well, that could be the start. Maybe on future episodes we can give them more about ourselves. So I am Danessa Belgrave, and I am from the lovely island in Grenada. It is in the Caribbean. So those of you who don't know, all right. So that should be it in terms of introduction, and we can always give them more as we go on. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
All right.
I think that's true.
Okay. So the next thing is, why did we start this podcast, Jeanette? Why did we
start the podcast? Why did we? It's I think we started because we wanted to do something for women, preferably Black women all over the world, but all women, you know. Yeah, I've just got a brain free.
Oh, well, yeah, to go off that, we said we wanted to target women, and like Jeanette and I, we were like, okay, we want to do a podcast. Well, Jeanette first, she was like, she want to do a podcast. What do you think? And for me, I was like, okay, I always wanted to do a podcast. And when she brought it up, I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then we went from there, and we were like, okay, we want to target women, specifically Black women, because as you can see, we are of color, and we wanted to target more so women in the Caribbean. But we didn't want to be like, okay, we're only going to do Black women or women in the Caribbean. We want it to be like for all women. Okay. And we want men to listen to the podcast too. So we have target, but we can always include everyone.
Yes, everyone's included here, even though we say the women's changing rooms, but men, come on in, you know.
Yeah.
If you've got anything you want to add, pitch in, you know, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, do so. Now,
Isn't that right?
How did we meet?
How did we meet? Have we even met? Technically, we haven't even met.
No, we haven't
met. I saw Danessa from Solar TV on YouTube. She's a YouTuber. And I was like, oh, this girl's quite funny. I liked watching her YouTube videos and stuff and what she does with her family. And then she was doing something in regards to her charity, which she may want to discuss now or in future episodes. And I thought, let me hit her up and ask if she needs any help and stuff. And that's how we met. And then we just exchanged numbers and started talking from there, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's basically. So we haven't met as yet, but we are pals on the internet. And I have to add, when she hit me up, I was like, oh my God, somebody from not even in Grenada or in the Caribbean, but somebody internationally saw my videos and like, okay, we have this vibe, and everything that we talk about, we are in agreement, or we have similar beliefs. So it was like very easy for us to like like do something like this. So hopefully
Yeah.
someday we will get to see each other face to face.
Hopefully, I'm praying for that.
Yeah.
And preferably in Grenada.
Yeah. Yes. In Grenada.
Yeah.
First.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we met really.
Mhm.
And yeah, sometimes you meet people, you don't even need to be in the same country these days with like the pandemic. It's so easy just to make friends from all over the world and stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it was meant to be, and I'm happy that it happened, because look what happened. We are
Exactly.
officially here starting our podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, so things happen for a reason, most definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. You ready for our
I am ready.
topic to discuss today? Jeanette has a tea, and I have water in my champagne glass. So grab your beverage of choice as we
Yeah, I love tea, I love coffee. And so now it is 9:45 over here. So I'm having my tea, guys. No coffee for me because I'll be up all night.
Well, that's
So,
good.
yeah.
And it's 5:46 here. So water is just fine for right now.
That's right, exactly.
All right. What is our topic that we are discussing today?
So the topic we're discussing today is we're going to be comparing the life, like growing up in the UK versus Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting. I think that's a perfect topic to start off our podcast with, because different, it's a completely different culture, really. And it's interesting as well because my mum's Grenadian, so being a English Grenadian, I would say, or being raised by a Grenadian in England is interesting to compare to being raised as a Grenadian in Grenada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah.
So we may have some similarities, especially for
Mm,
different things that we're going to discuss, but definitely we're going to see the differences, being not only born in separate countries, but growing up in these countries
yeah.
as well. So we're going to compare them, and we have different things that we're going to compare, and it's about me and it's about Jeanette. So let's get into it. All right. So lifestyle, Jeanette. Lifestyle. How was your life growing up in the UK?
My life growing up in the UK. So my mum raised me and my sister, my brother. I am the youngest. And I would say growing up I don't know, it's really weird because when I saw this question, I was like, my lifestyle growing up, like it was
it an
cool. It was
easy one?
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. And yeah,
Were
like
you
when I
spoiled because you were the last one? So were you
well, they
spoiled?
say like my brother, my brother, my sister would say that I'm more spoiled. Like my mum let me get away with more than what they were able to get away with and stuff. But when I see compared to children this day and age, compared to when I was younger, is a totally different ball game in terms of childhood in the UK now compared to then. But nevertheless, I was a good child. My mum said all three of us were really good. She had no complaints and stuff. So yeah.
That's good.
What about you?
Well, growing up in Grenada was challenging. But let's start with my family. So it was
Okay.
my bigger sister, myself, and my younger brother. So it was three of us. My mom, single mom, she would work two jobs to make sure that she can help us with school and food and everything. So I would say it was tough because of finances, but my mom never showed us that okay she was struggling. So for us we were like okay, getting what we need. It wasn't stuff that we wanted because we wanted
Yeah.
pizza or we wanted other things, but we always got our needs.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, you could tell that okay, things was tough
Tough.
for our mom and even for us. But yeah, it was like she masked that for us, so in our eyes we were good. We went to school, we did everything that we had to, and it was good. I am the middle child, so you know that stigma that comes
Oh
with
yeah, yeah.
like the
The
middle
middle
child.
child syndrome.
So you always feel like the outcast and everything
Mm,
because the older and the younger will team up and
yeah.
the parents will take the older or the younger side. So
Oh,
like that was
bless.
me growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom now, she's like the best. But growing up, it was like, okay, I don't want to have anything to do with my mom. I don't want to have anything to do with my siblings. It
Oh,
was, it was like that. So yeah, that's
I'm glad you
basically
said that about that with your mum and stuff, because it's like same with my mum. You know, certain times she worked two jobs as well, and by herself,
Mhm.
three kids, but we always had, you know, anything we wanted, we had it.
Mhm.
Like food, like, you know, we didn't wasn't deprived of anything, you know. And the same at masking, where you just don't know like
Mhm.
the struggle,
Yeah,
because she made sure that we
yeah.
were well looked after and stuff. So yeah, so there
So
you
I
go, look at the similarities.
Yeah, so I would say like for in Grenada, even if
Mm,
things was hard here growing up, my mom still, made it a bit easier by
mm,
working extra hard, coming from a low income family and everything. She was that, like support for us, even if things was
yeah.
hard. And I'm sure like when I was growing up, it had people obviously who had more than us, and it had
Mm,
people who didn't have at all. So yeah.
yeah. Um, when you say you're like hard,
Mhm.
what would you? Because it will be interesting to hear what you like hard.
Mhm.
What
Okay,
was
so
for
in
you?
in terms
In
of okay, let's go on to like what we would eat. Okay,
mm,
so things were so hard at a given time that I would remember my mom would boil like fig, so that's
oh yeah,
green fig. Um,
mm.
she would boil that, and we'll have
Green
that.
banana, right?
And yeah, we'll have
Mm.
that with butter on it, sprinkle some salt, and we'll have that alone. That's
Oh
how
wow,
things
okay.
was really hard.
Mm,
Okay. And then some days we were able to have maybe rice and chicken, certain things like that. But in terms of food that way, another thing is maybe we may want to go somewhere or want to do certain things, and
mm,
because we don't have the funds to do it, we are not able to do that or able to buy that shoes that we like or that
yeah.
dress that we want, so it doesn't mean that we didn't have clothes. We had. Was it something that we can use to like go out? Maybe not, but we would have
Mm,
to use it even if we wore it
yeah.
like over and over and over. So so in certain things like that, we had help. I'm not saying that we didn't, but on
Mm,
certain occasions we were like, okay, we don't have this month or we don't have that, so we have to make do. My mom always
yeah.
instilled that in us. Let us make what we have do.
That's right.
So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And it's interesting to hear that, like, when you say you're struck like the food when you don't have that much money, and
mhm,
with the fig and butter. Now with us, what
mhm,
we used to back in the day, corned beef and rice,
mm,
we would see as like a struggle food,
Okay.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe for you that wouldn't have been a struggle
Struggle
food.
food. Yeah.
Definitely not. Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's crazy to see
Yeah.
like how when you compare the different
Mm-hmm.
struggle, like my struggle, I mean everyone's struggles are different,
Mm-hmm.
but where we were like, oh, corned beef and rice, there's not that much, there's nothing left, so we're gonna have to have what's in the cupboard, it's corned beef and rice and
Yeah.
whatever.
The
I
younger
hate that
me
now.
would
I
be
don't like
like, the younger me would be like, okay, you have a meat there, you have corned beef, we have
that.
butter and salt on the
That's right.
pig. So it's like, okay, yeah. Now I'll be like, okay, corned beef and rice. Yes, I am struggling. Although I don't eat
Yeah,
corned beef, but I'm like, okay, what is going on? Why am I
yeah.
corned beef?
I know
It's so
exactly. That's like a
interesting.
real,
Yeah, and it would be
yeah.
good to know, like from our viewers, like their lifestyle, how they grew up, what
Mm,
they ate, how did they struggle,
yeah,
or they were blessed that they didn't have to go through, like certain things like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Mm,
Um,
that's
we have food down, and we were just discussing food. So from lifestyle style, let's go into like food, more in depth, and like privileges
yeah,
that you got, whether it is that your parents. So I'll start like my.
yeah.
So yes, we.
My favorite topic, food.
Yeah, I struggle with food, right? But like my mom, like every time she got paid, like at
Mm,
least once a month, she would try. Not when we were younger, like maybe when we got like when I was like 10, getting in that age, she would always make sure that she bring us out for a treat.
mm,
So it would always be three of us, and then she had two younger sisters. So it would be her and her two sisters and three of us. My
yeah.
brother, myself, my sister. So we would all go out to get like junk food, and I'm putting in air
Mm,
quotes here, junk food. So we'd always go to get pizza and ice
mm,
cream and things like that. So despite us struggling, she would always put aside that just so we can spend time together as a family,
yeah.
and to give us something that we don't get often. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we always like have takeaway and stuff like pizza, McDonald's, like Saturday you have a McDonald's and stuff like that.
Mm.
McDonald's is like, the burger, chips and chicken
Yeah.
nuggets and whatever. Um, but yeah, so we'll have that on the weekends and stuff. But yeah, in terms of food in the
Mhm.
household, my mum grew us up on the rice and peas, dumpling, stew peas, dumpling, soup, all that
Okay.
traditional Caribbean back home food.
Mhm.
So, and then now, I'm just gonna just go fast forward. Now, like that's how I like my son,
Mhm.
he love a soup, he love
Mhm.
a dumpling,
Mhm.
plantain, green banana and
Yeah,
stuff.
the
Like I
stuff.
have to cook that. He would prefer that than like pizza. No, 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 no.
Mhm.
He wants his proper food, which I'm glad. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
glad
So
he's
when you
like that.
come here, he will fit right in.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely fit in.
Yeah. But
So
that's
yeah.
what I have for food. Like, and now, like, because I didn't have it as a child as often growing up,
Mm.
that's all I wanted, junk food. I didn't want the
Oh yeah.
Grenadian food. I wanted junk food and snacks. Because it was like a luxury to have when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked it, and I always wanted it. So like once I was
Mm.
on my own, I would only want junk food.
Junk food. Oh really? See, look at that. See, I was never really like I'll have junk food and stuff, but if my mum cooked, like I would prefer that, like the home cooked food and stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And you can see how things like that growing up in different situations can
yeah.
impact you when you get older. No, I'm cutting back on it because I have to, but I
Mm,
would prefer junk food any day.
Any
Although give me my
day.
Caribbean food, I like my Grenadian food and everything, but I'll just
Mm,
the pizza and the burger and all
yeah,
of that
yeah.
instead of macaroni pie and baked chicken.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I
I'm,
love that.
I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just thinking
Dinner
about
time here.
Oh, yes, yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
So what about
that's
school? How's
school.
school? I know we do the same
I do.
education system from because
Yeah.
we were once ruled by the British. So we
Mm-hmm.
have pre-primary, primary, secondary, and college. And
Yeah.
based on my understanding, you guys have the same thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your school,
Uh-huh.
um, in order to move up a level, so when you go into we say year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, you have to do an exam.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't pass that exam, do you have to stay back?
Okay, so we do. So preschool is like 3 years, 4 years, and then we go
Yeah.
from there. We graduate. We go to primary school, which is from kindergarten to grade
Mm-hmm.
8. But it's kindergarten to grade 6, and when you get to grade 6, you do an exit exam. And if you pass,
Okay.
you go on to secondary school. But if
Oh.
you fail, you would move on to grade 7. And in grade 7, you'll get to do the exam again,
Mm.
which is 2 years. You'll get 2 years in grade 7 to do the exam. If you fail both times, you'll move on to grade 8, where you'll get to do a different exam. And if you do pass, well, most of the time, everybody passed in grade 8.
Mm.
So if you do pass in grade 8, then you would go to secondary school, but instead of starting, so we have forms in secondary school, form 1 to form 5. So if you pass
Mm.
in grade 6 or grade 7, you'll go straight to form 1. But if you didn't and you make it to grade 8, because you're older, they would put you in form 2.
Oh, I
Okay, and
see.
keep going until you get to form 5. And then the
Oh,
same
right.
thing would happen. So when you're in form 5, right, you would get to do CXCs. So you do subjects,
Okay.
okay? And based on these subjects, if you pass them, then you would be allowed to go to college. And our college, the
Okay.
highest degree you'll get is an associate's degree. So
Mm.
most of the time you need to pass math and or English in order to get to go to the college.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
in grade 8 for primary school, and after that, then I guess you go learn a trade or you go straight into the workforce if you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically how it is.
The schooling is over there.
Mhm.
I mean, ours is like run from reception. So you obviously have nursery, and then
Mhm.
when you go into like the primary school,
Mhm.
it starts from reception, which they're four going on 5,
Mhm. Okay.
up to year 6, which is then 10, 11. So that's the last of primary. Then you go on to high school,
Mhm.
and that's from year 7 to year 11.
And how old are you when you finish high school?
You're 15, 16
Okay,
when
so
you finish high school.
basically the age range match up to ours.
Yeah.
But the only thing that would change is if you pass on your first chance, you'll be 16 when you finish secondary school, which is high school. If you pass second time, you'll be 17. If you pass your last chance, you'll be 18, you
Oh,
know?
wow.
Yeah. So
Oh
that's
my.
basically
So
how it
you'd be
is.
going to high school when you're 18.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you pass on your last chance, yeah.
Mm. Well, with us, if you pass, it's either you pass or you don't pass, but you're going. You have to
Oh,
move on. They don't hold
oh,
them back.
they never
No,
hold you back.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So that's how it is in us for our over here.
Mhm.
School, primary school. I never liked school. I know I didn't like school at all. And I don't know why. From even when I was in the primary, when I got to a certain age in primary school, I was like, oh, I think it was more to when I was going towards high school,
Mhm.
I just didn't like it.
Mm.
High school, I hated it. I hated school. And it's
Why?
now I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Because now I love learning. I love like
Uh-huh.
looking into, but I suppose it's
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
age, probably friends as well,
Yeah.
you know, that you just, yeah, I just was never into it. But mind you, I did all right in school, like
Mhm.
my grades and stuff, when because we do GCSEs
Uh-huh.
when
Okay.
in year 11.
Mhm.
That's the exams
Okay.
we have to take, and depending on what grades you get,
Mhm.
then you could go on to college or go to sixth form, which
Mhm.
is where you could stay on to high school for 2 years. It's called sixth form, and then you do A levels.
Okay. Well, we do, which one do we do? We have A levels and O levels. And I
Oh,
think O levels is which one? One of them is for college and one of them is for secondary school. It's slipping me right now. But CXC is, I think it's A levels or O levels. So we'll do that. That's the subject.
okay.
And then in college, it's 2 years. And while doing that, we can do our A levels and based on
Mm,
whatever our majors are, and some
okay.
minors too. So yeah.
So in college, we can do A levels as well, or you could go to college and do like a study beauty, hairdressing,
Mm,
dance, social care, that kind of thing.
okay.
So yeah, that's what they do over here.
Okay.
How was your experience in school?
It was I always made friends. So my
Mm.
schooling was great. Like primary, secondary. I mean, I was one of those that was older in my class because I passed on my second chance. So
Okay.
I was always older, but
Mm.
however, I don't know, I was always a kid at heart. So um I fit right in, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
So it was like it was easy. Like I was always among the popular students, interacting and
Yeah.
everything. So it wasn't I love school. The only thing is I would feel pressure because my sister, she's the
Mm.
eldest, and she would always be in the top three in her classes from primary school all
Oh,
the way to
oh yeah, yeah.
secondary. But for me, I would be always in the top 10. So I was always
Mm.
striving to, get to the top three like her. And it wouldn't always happen. So I would always put pressure on myself. But
Oh,
other than that, yeah.
oh, bless you.
Yeah. Bless me. But other than that,
Oh,
it was great. I enjoyed my school years, especially in Grenada.
I
Because yeah. Did you
mm,
go all the way to college?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to college and I done so when I left high school, I
Mhm.
done, which I don't know why.
Mhm.
I suppose I was following friends again. I done hair and beauty,
Mhm.
and I never liked doing hair,
Mhm.
but I just done hair and beauty. So I'm a qualified hairdresser and
Oh,
beautician, but I just wouldn't. I just, yeah, I'm
yeah.
crazy. I told you.
And that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what we
Mm,
want, and then we follow friends, and then we realize, okay, that's not the field that I want to be in. Yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, it's experience, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was, yeah. And then after that, I went because in Grenada we have a medical school here. It's called St. George's
Oh yeah.
University. And we have people from all
Okay.
over would come to that university. And because I always wanted to be a police officer or a teacher, then I couldn't go
Mm.
there. So I was blessed enough to go to the States to do my bachelor's
Oh,
degree to be a teacher. So
very good.
because police officer was out at that point. Yeah. So
Oh wow, that's interesting.
yeah. So then I went
Mm.
through that and then yeah. And now I'm back in Grenada. So that's a little bit about my school and how it is.
When sorry for
Mhm.
cutting you, I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay.
When I used to go to Grenada on holiday when I was
Mhm.
younger, I always wanted to go to school there. I
Mm.
always would, because I'll go on holiday and the schools will still be on. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I want to go to school, I want to go to school, but my grandparents are like, no. But yeah, and I always said, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the university, but I
Mhm.
didn't. Obviously.
Oh, we use uniforms. Do you guys have uniforms?
We do, yeah, we do. We have like a skirt or trousers,
Mm-hmm.
shirt, jumper.
Mm.
The high school has a blazer.
Mm.
Some primary has blazers,
Okay.
some don't. They'll just have a jumper.
Okay.
So that's the uniform.
We had pleated skirts, so it will be different
Mm,
colors depending on the school that you go to,
mm,
and white shirts. Obviously, depending on the school, some have blue and other colors, but mainly
mm,
it's white shirts. Yeah, and then for secondary school we had ties. So almost all the secondary school on the island, except maybe two or three, they don't have ties. They have crests, but for primary school, we had crests on our shirt pockets. And yeah,
okay.
so we had to follow the socks rule, whether it's short or long, color shoes, ribbons, like different school have
Mm.
white or blue or red ribbons, the rules are crazy in terms of school. Hair need to be a certain way, nails should be a certain length. It was just like looking back now, I'm
Yeah,
like, well, why are they enforcing all of this? Like, we're coming to
I
learn.
know. Yeah, that's especially no earring, no, just a stud earring we used
Yeah.
to have. Yeah.
Some schools, like,
How?
you need to have a certain color bag. You can't have the elaborate bags. It's like
Oh
a
my
lot.
God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's strict.
Mm-hmm.
That is really strict.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
school life, different, but there are a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. What school did you go to? In fact, I went to Catholic school. So both my primary and secondary was Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Because I know there's a lot of
So we have religious schools, and we
mm,
have government schools. So
yeah.
when I went to government preschool, I went
Mm-hmm.
to government primary school, but when I was in grade 4, I transferred schools. So I went to an Anglican, and I was
Okay.
a Catholic. So I went to an
Oh.
Anglican school, and then from there I went to a government secondary school. So
Okay. Mm,
government almost.
good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. Anything else for school life? Or should we move on?
Ah, no, yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. Which one are
Yeah,
we
I think
going
we
on
touched.
to? Friends?
Yeah,
I touched
we
on
can
that
move on.
a little bit before.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Um, Friends.
Friends. And you
Like all my friends from primary school, I don't talk to them anymore, to be honest.
Mm,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just some we just lost contact, some were
Mhm.
just like, you get those like
Yeah.
ones. But
The
yeah, I
UK
just
is big, so I guess people move and all of that.
that's right,
Yeah.
exactly. People move on, people are
Mm-hmm.
busy, and especially like the lifestyle here is a lot
Mm.
more, probably a lot more busy than over in Grenada as
Yeah,
well. So
for sure.
yeah, it's just maybe here and there, now that we've got
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and social media, message, oh hey, what's up, or whatever,
Okay.
comment on each other's posts and stuff, and that's it really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I
How
don't
about you?
remember preschool, um,
Mm,
but I do remember my friends in everywhere, each school I go to, I had a group of friends. There would always be a group
mm,
of friends. So in primary school, there was a group of us. We are not in communication. I think it's only one that when we see each other, we hail each other up, so we say hi. But the others is either they pretend like, oh, they don't know me, or I
mm.
pretend like I don't see them.
Yeah.
Kind of thing like that.
That's so funny. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so that was from primary school. In secondary school, I had a group of us. It was 7 of us. It was all girls, and we call ourselves the Seven Heaven. Okay.
Oh.
And we are still in contact to this day, all 7 of us.
Mm,
Sometimes we'll hang out, it's been a while, but sometimes we'll hang out,
mm,
we'll talk and things like that.
that's
Yes,
good.
we all grew up and we have our separate lives, but we still try to communicate once in a
Yeah,
while. For
that's good.
college though, I do have some of them that I still communicate with. Because
Mm,
college was like a different experience. That is where you have people from all over the island coming to college, different
um,
schools that you don't know. So I met people from different schools. I wouldn't say they were
yeah,
best friends, but some of them were, and some of them still is to this day. And yeah, we
mm,
still communicate, I would say. Yeah.
that's
So
good.
for the most part, I do communicate with the friends that I've met along the way.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, and then Grenada is smaller too. So like even if
Yeah,
we communicate or not, we're gonna see each other. And I
you
live
see each other. Yeah, yeah.
in the town side of the island, so obviously we're gonna see each other. Whether we pretend that
Mm,
we don't know each other or we don't see each other or we talk to each other, we would still get to see.
still see. Yeah, that's true. Oh, bless you. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, sorry.
I said. Yeah, that's friends.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Friends.
And as you go
So
on, you
yeah.
always get see people, new people. Like
So
we,
again,
I said, like we would always see people and meet new people, like we did.
that's the thing. Yeah, you always do.
Mhm.
You meet people like when you jobs as well. When you start a job, you
Mhm.
get more. How much people coming in and out, and you
Yeah,
end up becoming friends and stuff
exactly.
with them and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
you could always meet friends and stuff
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
people. So yeah, what's the next topic?
Boys.
Oh god, oh god,
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one.
boys.
Boys, I want to hear all about boys from Jeanette in
Right,
the
okay.
UK.
Boys in the UK, what can I say? What can I say?
Hmm.
Where should I start from when younger?
Yeah. Start from
All
you
right.
and work
Well,
your way up.
when you're younger in school, you always have that one crush, so that's my crush. You write it on your diary and all that little,
Yeah.
things and stuff. But yeah, oh God, what can I say? What about boys in the UK? What would you like to know?
Okay, so let's start with you. Did you have a lot of boyfriends or did you just have a few in your lifetime? And then how do they treat girls um over there? Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've had a few.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some not so serious
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Some's been all right. Some's been like, no, no way, never again. And and do you know what? It's so funny because now I'm like, yeah, now I'm like, I do not want a guy from the UK. I really don't want a UK guy. Like, I don't. It's just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. My mom's like, you shouldn't stigma. You shouldn't say that. Not everyone's the
Mm-hmm.
same. But yeah, I don't know. Gosh, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
That's a
and I
really
can tell
touchy
that
subject. It's
you're
like,
going back through memory lane, and it's like some things that you don't want to say, and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I'm just like, oh God, what do I say? What can I say? Oh my gosh. Yeah. You go then, and then I'll chip in.
Okay, no problem. So in terms of boys, I was never the one to be like, okay, I want a boyfriend. I
Mm.
want cuddles. I was never that way. I always had a strong mind. I was like, okay, I know what I want. I'm gonna do this, do that, do this, and whatever. So for primary school, like, because I'm gonna talk about this now because I have children in primary school right now that have boyfriends. Tell me what they're doing with boyfriends.
Oh my God, no.
When I was younger, primary school, I didn't want any boyfriends. Obviously, I had boys who liked me, and I had boys that I saw and I liked, but I would never act on it. However, I had this young man in my first primary school that had liked me, and I liked him too, but I didn't want to act on it because to me, it's like, okay, I don't want a boy, whatever. I didn't go to school for that. And then my friends knew he liked me. So they'd be like, okay, don't study him or whatever. And then when he started to show interest in another girl, I was like, really, you're gonna stop thinking about me in that way? But other than that, I didn't really think about boys in secondary school because we had 5 forms, so that's 5 years. I think I got my first boyfriend when I was in form 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and we lasted 2 years. So when I finished secondary school, we were not right then, but that year that I finished, and then we broke up. And that was my first boyfriend. So it was kind of different. But boys, I would say boys on the island, they don't, some of them, obviously, I'm generalizing here, but some of them don't know how to court and date. And then, okay, let's be in a relationship, let's get to know each other. And then the end game is marriage. Some of them don't think about that. Some of them just want to have you and have other girls. So that's what happened with my first relationship. And then have like, okay, let's do this, so let's do that. And some things that you're not interested in. So it's like, okay, you're with a boy because you can say, I have a boyfriend, and everybody else have a boyfriend. It's kind of like a trend. Everybody have a boyfriend.
It's a trend, yeah.
I have a boyfriend. So so it was like kind of like that for me. And then I think my second boyfriend, so I only had 2 serious relationship in my entire life. So my second boyfriend came when I was in college. And then when I left Grenada to go study in the States, I still had that boyfriend. But when I came back to Grenada, I think we lasted for 2 years after that, or 3.
Okay.
And then we part ways. And ever since that, I've never had a boyfriend. So I went back to being that girl in primary school that don't, like, obviously, you have needs and you have different things. But like having a boyfriend is not gonna cut it for me, because I think long term. I want to get married. I want to have children when I'm married. But our Grenadian boys, I'm gonna put them under the bus. Most of them don't think about
They
it.
don't think like that, no. And that's the thing, like with me now, I'm pretty much the same. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking long term as well, especially as having a child and stuff. I obviously think long term and have to, basically you have to come with a CV.
Exactly.
And I need to interview you before, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's my thing now. But yeah, when I was younger in primary school and even secondary school, like I obviously had the boys that I'm like, oh yeah, I like that one, I like this one, but I wasn't so much into it until after I left school.
Yeah.
And then I started like, seeing different guys, boys and stuff, and so that was that for me.
So I mean, I had boys that I quoted maybe for a week or 2. So it had boys, and it continues to do so. But for in terms of relationship, I was never like that person. So I only had a serious relationship, and it didn't work out because, again, I am very strong-willed, and like if I set myself, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to accomplish, and if you're not helping me in that way, or if you don't have that same kind of mindset with your life, then we don't mesh well. So it's like, okay,
That's right.
well, I fancy you, I like you,
Mhm.
but we don't work well
If
together.
you're not gonna, yeah, exactly. And that's the truth, you know. You have to be like that, because you could get into a relationship on the now, think, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
like you, you look good, you're this, that. But
Mm-hmm.
what about like 2 years down the line? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You have to, because then it's just going to end up in tears, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and stress.
Yeah.
So you might as well just avoid that stress.
Uh-huh. A lot of breakups is like, it's I don't,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
another
yeah,
breakup. So the next
yeah.
guy that
That's the
come
thing as
along,
well. It's
he
like,
better be
yeah,
long term.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah.
That's,
But like, what about like,
uh-huh.
so would you date a guy out of Grenada? Would he have to, or does he
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
Canadian?
And the thing is, I don't like see, okay, I need to date a black man, or I need to
Okay,
date a Grenadian. No, like
that's interesting.
I am okay, I can date anybody from any part of the
Race.
world, any walks of
Mm.
life. Like I don't have a specific like type in terms of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
See,
have like certain things that I like in different men.
mm,
I wouldn't say okay, only Grenadians or only black men. No.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
See, that's the thing with me. I would only date like black men. I can't see like myself with anyone
Anybody else?
like another race.
Race. Mm.
But then it just comes down to preference, really, innit?
Yeah, preference. Yeah, for
Wow.
sure. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, something about talking about guys, something about Latino guys. I don't know, something about them
Mm,
that I like, whether it
yeah,
be
yeah,
physical or just mindset. Like I don't know.
yeah.
I just
Mm.
like yeah.
See, I've not met much Latino guys,
Mhm.
because I suppose most of them are in America.
Yeah, it's true.
So
It-
I've not really met.
mhm.
Who knows? You
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
Hispanic guys too. Well, all of them, yeah, they're different, but all of them, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Boys,
Very
I tell you,
interesting.
boys always give you headache. They would always
Headache.
books before boys because boys bring baby. I was
Oh yeah.
when I was younger. I think was the books before boys because boys bring baby. The seven B's. Remember
Oh yeah.
girls?
That's funny. Talking about babies, would
Mhm.
you want any kids?
I do. I do. Before I didn't, to be honest,
Oh,
because teaching, it's like, okay, I have my kids already, they're there.
mm,
Okay, I just want to take care of them and give them back to their parents,
yeah, yeah.
you know. But like as I get older, I'm like, okay, I need a seed in this world. So when they look at them and I pass on, they'll be like, okay, yes, that's Vanessa's child, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, so I do now want children. Um, how soon though? I'm not sure, but I
Mm,
know I want.
yeah. It's nice. It's nice.
It is.
Stress, but nice.
Well,
You
yeah,
know, the stress, the
but it's nice. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
Well, hopefully the Lord would bless me with one sooner
Yeah.
rather than later. So
Mm.
we'll see how that. So
Oh,
a good man needs to come along.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Manifest it, manifest it.
As the universe.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. Oh my gosh, because I like to talk a lot.
Oh yeah.
Just and that is why I started my YouTube channel because I always talk.
Oh
And
yeah,
I like
talk.
this. I like this so far, Jeanette.
That's good. I'm glad you like it, because you know what? I'm more like, I don't know if you notice, I'm a bit more
Yeah.
reserved, but
Uh-huh.
want to do it, if you know,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's something that I've always wanted to do, but I'm
Mhm.
just a bit, I
Yeah.
have
And
to
we
get
talk
into
about
the
my
flow.
YouTube, but you also have a YouTube also.
Yeah, I do.
So get into it.
Jeanette and Key is my YouTube channel, and it is just the everyday, well, I do vlogs on try on hauls, or you may see my son in there as well, that comes in and peeks his head.
Well,
Well, it was his first actually, and I sort of took it over. And he's like, "Well, I claim it back." Oh, I wanted to do it first, but yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. Well, good. So they
what's the next topic? Do we have anything else to
we
talk
have
about?
one more, I think. We have troubles. Whether I don't know, we have troubles, or were we troublemakers when we were in school or growing up? Anything. So tell us about Jeanette. Was Jeanette the obedient child, or was she the one that would always cause trouble no matter where she goes?
No, I never caused trouble.
No.
Never.
No.
I was really good. No, I wasn't really like. No, I wasn't trouble. Like my mum's come to this like school for a couple of times. I think I got into a fight with someone in school, and there was another time she had to come up to the school for, what was it? I can't remember the second one. I can't remember. I think, was it to get my phone back or something? I got my phone taken away at school. But yeah, I wasn't really troublesome or anything. I used to always be late for school. Always late for school. Turning into school, like high school, we have like six periods. I don't know if you call it forms or whatever. So you have like first, second, third, six periods and different lessons. I will maybe come into school on the third period, coming in so late for school and stuff, or just taking my time with my friends, going to the cafe, sitting down, taking our time, strolling in all after 9, something to 10, coming into school. But yeah, other than that, nah, I never really caused any trouble. Yeah.
I wasn't either. I wasn't a troublemaker. I was a troublemaker at home though. Because remember I mentioned that I'm the middle child, and I always felt like, we say the saying is, you're the black sheep in the family. So I always felt like the black sheep. So my older sister and my younger brother, they would always team up against me. And everything I do is always wrong. So I would always cause trouble for both of them. I wouldn't give them a rest. I would always cause trouble for them. But in school, I was always the one that may get in trouble because I'm talking to friends, doing things like that. Other than that, no. I fought twice in school, one in primary school, and it was always boys though.
Oh, really?
Once in primary school, and I can't even remember what we fought for, but I remember the guy, and I know him to this day. So we do see each other.
Oh, really?
Not one of the guys that I was like, okay, I don't know you. No, we talk to each other. So
that's so funny.
It was stupid. And then in secondary school, I fought with a guy. We liked each other. However, I don't know what happened that day in terms of thing, and he hit me, and you had that little,
Oh wow.
Shuffle. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, no more. And it's like the teacher was like, I told you he was not a good boy, whatever.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I was never a troublemaker in terms of that. And I always was among the popular children. And even for us, Grenada, schools differ. So even if I was among the popular children, we were not popular because we would bully other people or whatever. I mean, some people didn't like us for whatever reason, but it was more like, for my group, we're always the studious ones. Okay, we get work done. We always aim to try to beat each other in different things. And that's how it was. But yeah, not a troublemaker.
No, me neither. Me neither. I was pretty good.
So Jeanette, we got through all of the things that we had to talk about in this podcast. So
wow. Guys, I hope we didn't bore you.
I hope
you be intrigued.
I hope you were intrigued and learning.
That's right. just please bear with us because it is our first podcast.
Yeah.
And, you know, we need to get more. Well, I know for me, I think Donis has done great, but I need to get more into the swing of things.
And for me, what works is like, okay, having it in life is always having it and going, following it. So that way I'm not going to get off task or whatever. And yeah, I don't know.
And that's true.
I think,
and I always find it hard talking about myself. Always. It's like going into an interview and they're like, oh, where do you see yourself? Or tell me a bit about yourself. What's your strengths? Like, oh God, I hate talking about myself. I really do. So it's just like, but I suppose
maybe a year from now we'll look back at this video and be like, oh my God, look at us. What is going on there?
I know, exactly.
We'll definitely develop.
Yes, we will. Yeah. And we've got loads to give.
Yeah.
Loads to give. Like our aim is just to, like we said our aim in it. So my ultimate goal is just to help women and children.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously. So through women you help children, right?
And hopefully in this forum we can share laughs and talk about serious things, you know.
That's right.
And just become like a big family here.
Yeah, definitely. And help where we can, like I mean, not straight away, but as we grow, maybe we'll be able to help. So if you guys could help us grow, so share with your friends, your family, your brothers, your sisters, best friends,
auntie,
you know, your cousins, your uncles, aunties,
everyone share this.
Everyone, please just share. And so and also if you've got any dilemmas as well, or any concerns or anything that you would like to be talked, obviously we'll keep everything private and confidential. I can't talk. Private and confidential, like 100%. We won't disclose any information. If you come to us with any concerns or anything, we'll keep it strictly private and confidential. So also guys, sorry,
that's okay, go
ahead. You're welcome to come on the platform and show your face and come and talk with us. You know, we welcome everyone. Come on, guys.
I was just gonna say, if going off of what you were saying, if you want it to be public, you can comment. For those of you who are looking at it via YouTube, but also we have an Instagram, so you can DM us if you want it to be private also. It is the Women's Changing Room on Instagram. So go follow us and send us your dilemmas, send us your topics, questions, and we would try to post like the topic that we are gonna focus on. If we have any, or if we need your assistance, we can always put that up too. So
that's right. So guys, thank you guys for watching.
We're excited. You can tell.
Yes, I'm really excited. I really am. I'm so excited. So I guess we're gonna close it out here.
That's it. Oh, you can also follow us on Instagram also. I am Soyla, Soyla 473. So you can find me there.
And you can find me on Keys to Success, and that's Keys in KEIS Success on Instagram. So guys,
that's it.
I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We got through it.
The first one is down in the books. I'm excited. So stay tuned and we would see you next week. Bye.